Well, welcome back. It is day 3 and you made it. Congratulations, you made it to day 3. This is the Publish Your Book in 5 Day Challenge. We are going to actually start writing our book today. We've already done a whole bunch of activities with AI. We've already explored different topics. We did our list of 50. And so today we're actually going to be going in and we're going to be writing, and that is the homework. We're going to be writing. But before you can write anything, I need you to think about what it is that you want people to feel. And however you want them to feel, that's the kind of language that you need to use, right? So if you want people to feel excited, you need to use words that are exciting. If you want people to feel a little bit more serious, if you want them to take the topic to heart and really think about it, then you'll use language that's a little bit more reserved. If you want people to interact, then you're going to ask them rhetorical questions or actual questions, open ended questions. So, depending on how you put your book together, that is how people are going to respond. Okay. So, today's day 3. We're going to go over my 3E framework. It is the framework that I use to produce my books and to also help all of my clients create their books. We're going to finalize our topics tonight. So before you go, you're just going to type in there how your topic is going to be refined, because I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make that topic more specific. And then we're going to do a really quick peer review. The peer review will actually take place tomorrow because I want you to practice your writing. Okay? All right, so here we go. Final topic. Hopefully, you use Chat GPT to come up with your final topic. And hopefully, that topic is based on your expertise, and not only your expertise, but I want you to write about a topic that someone is actually going to read about and buy. Okay. There's nothing worse than creating a product that no one buys. So you got to make sure that your topic is relatable, make sure it's interesting, make sure that it's impactful, and make sure that it's going to be profitable for you to spend your time creating. Okay. So that's what Chat GPT is for, to help you do that market research to figure out what people are actually buying. Okay. All right. So we talked about how to ask better questions. We got some answers. We got some charts. We got some graphs. You guys have learned how to really feed a prompt into the robot and get the information that you need. So that's going to be very important as you go in and you start writing your book. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Canva. I'm going to be showing you how to pull up a template. You probably already know how to pull up a template, but what I'm going to be teaching you to do is how to be laser focused so you don't go down the rabbit hole of Canva, because it can be very exciting. It can be very cool and fun because there's a lot of bells and whistles, but I don't want you to get caught up in that. So I'm going to help you be laser focused. Okay. All right. So day 3, this is your homework tonight. You're going to type your book inside of Google Docs. Okay. If you like Google Docs, you're going to type it in there. If you don't like Google Docs, then you're going to just go ahead and start typing it in Canva. Either way is fine. Okay. But don't go down the rabbit hole, and I'm going to help you with that in a second. All right. Again, just like you did for day 1 and day 2, day 3, you're going to introduce yourself, explain what is your biggest takeaway from class. What did you learn about yourself? Okay. Because there's a lot of self-reflection during this week. And then what did you learn about your topic? That's what's going to go in your live video. Okay. Day 4, we're going to actually dig into our hook, our outline, hook, and thesis. I'm going to front load you with a couple of those things tonight, so you'll be able to know, all right, this is how I need to set up my outline, my hook, and my thesis, and here's what the point is. Okay. All right, so these are all the tools. These are the tools you've already been using your notebook and your pen or your pencil. So that's good. You've already been using ChatGPT. Okay, so that's good. We're going to dig deep into Canva tonight. We are going to brush over a little bit of Google Docs, and we're going to dig into PayHip on day 5 and day 6 for those of y'all that are platinum. Okay. All right. So here's the book outline. In your book outline, the very first part of the book outline is called the author bio. Okay. And you're going to have to create a bio for your book, for a signature speech. If you have a workshop, you're going to need to have an author bio so people know who you are, what you do, and why they should even listen to you. Okay. That's the purpose of an author bio, basically. Who are you? What do you do? And why do we care? Okay. All right. So here is the 3E framework. So number 1, the first part of the 3E framework is your expertise. What are you an expert at? Okay. What are you an expert at? What do you do that's better than other people in your industry? Right? So we'll go back to here. Here we go. What are you an expert at? That's the first E. The second E is what experiences have you had? Right? That goes back to the 50 stack, right? The 50 different things. So what is your expertise? What are the experiences that you've had? And then what is it that makes you emotional? If you take a look at these 3 questions right here, what makes you mad? What makes you sad? What brings you joy? Those are the things that you should be writing about in your book. Okay, because those are the things that are going to make you relatable as a human being. So people are going to see you as a human. Okay. All right. So let's go back again and talk about the 3 E's. So the 3E framework is, what is your expertise? What are your experiences? And what makes you emotional? Okay. So expertise, experience, and your emotional responses. Your emotions tell people what you actually care about. Okay. If it's something that you care about, you're going to get emotional. Same thing with your readers. If it's something that they care about, they're going to get emotional. They're going to get happy. They're going to get sad. They're going to be frustrated. They're going to get annoyed. They're going to be joyful. Whatever type of journey you want to take them on, that's up to you and the words that you use. Okay. All right. So we're going to go over to our very first tool for tonight, which is Canva. I'm going to show you how I use Canva to create ebooks in a very, 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 very short period of time. Like, I think I can get an ebook done now in about 48 hours because of Canva. Okay. I'm also going to show you how to, if you want to use Google Docs, I'm going to show you how to create a Google Doc fast. I'm going to show you how to write like several pages in about 5 minutes using Google Docs. So what some people do is they will create their document in Google Docs and then they'll copy it and they'll paste it into Canva. You can make that choice as to how you want to do it. I'm going to show you a little bit of both. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to Canva first and we are going to explore. Okay. We are going to explore Canva. Canva is one of those places where it just gives you so much inspiration and so many ideas. Okay. So I am going to go and just create a brand new design. So I'm going to go up to the top left-hand corner and I'm going to create a new design. Okay. And I'm going to type in here in this search bar, ebook. Okay. So I'm going to put ebook templates and see what comes up. Okay, nothing because I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, let's go back. Here we go. This is where I'm supposed to go. Search your content and Canvas. So this is where we want to type in ebook template. Okay, and there's going to be so many templates that you really have to know what it is that you want. Okay, there's so many templates. Look at this. Canva templates, 111,062 different templates, and they are created by graphic designers. So you don't have to be a graphic designer, okay? But you do have to know what kind of ebook are you creating. So for example, are you creating something like this on productivity? If there's a star and it says pro, that means you have to pay for Canva. This one is not free, okay? So all of the ones that you see pro, they are not free. So I'm going to scroll through here and look for a free one, because if this is just your first time using Canva, then just use the free trial. So here's the ebook on time management. So I'm going to click on that one and I'm going to look at it. Okay, very basic. Okay, very, very nice. So I'm going to choose that one and just see what it looks like. All right, so this is actually not what I wanted to choose because this is just an ebook cover. So look up here at the top right, it says ebook cover. So you don't want an ebook cover, you actually want an ebook so that every page will already be designed for you, okay? So that's a cover. So let's go back up here and type in, let's type in free ebook templates. Now let's see what we got. Okay, we still have a lot. Okay, so let's go through and let's hover over. When you hover over an image, it'll show you this is just a cover. Okay, that's just a cover. Okay, most of these are just covers. So let's keep scrolling through and see if we can find a full ebook template. That's what we want. Nope, these are all covers. Okay, so I'm gonna go back up to my search and I'm gonna put in there templates for an ebook. With multiple pages. Let's put in multiple pages. Let's see what we got now. Okay, we've got something called your story. See, is that a cover or is that multiple pages? That's just a cover. Okay. So let me just put ebook. You can really get lost in here because there is a lot of beautiful designs across different industries, different genres, different topics for different age groups. Okay. So what I'm going to do is open up a design that I already created so you can see it. So this template was already created. All these pages were already done. All I did was put in my logo and I put in my information, right? And I just put in my picture, my logo, my words, okay? And in this particular project, I literally typed everything in. I did not copy and paste anything from anywhere else. Sometimes I will want to have an extra copy. So what I'll do is I'll create a Google Doc. Like for example, this information was created inside of a Google Doc. So I literally just took a picture of this and put it in here. But you could copy and paste if you wanted to. Okay, so this is a picture and I just popped it in there. Okay, these are pictures, screenshots, and I just pasted them in there. Okay, so this is a very simple and basic example of a template in Canva that you can just plug and play. Okay, so that's how you can do it that way if you're using Canva. Now we're going to go over to Google Docs and we're going to take a look at how to create a book in Google Docs. So you're going to go to your Google Drive and you're going to open up a new document and you're going to call this my book. And you're going to put today's date or the year, okay? Because you always want to keep track of when did you create that product. Okay, so this is going to be my example ebook for the 5-day challenge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create this book right now. So this will be my title right here. And I'm going to make it bigger and make it bold and underline it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this amazing tool called voice typing. And that amazing tool is going to give me the ability to be able to speak because sometimes my fingers get tired of typing. So I want to use my voice because I'm a public speaker. So if you're a public speaker, you should be using your voice as much as you can. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the voice typing. So if you go up to the top left-hand corner, you see File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Extensions, and Help. You want to go under Tools, click on Tools, and then you want to go down to the bottom, and you want to click on this thing that says Voice Typing. If you're using a keyboard, it's Control-Shift+S at the same time, okay? When you select voice typing, there's gonna be this little box off to the left and it says click to speak, right? So the thing about this is that it's not going to look good, okay? So, excuse me, do not get all stressed out because it doesn't look good. This is gonna look very sloppy and it's okay because this is called a sloppy copy. So I am going to now talk you through how I would write a book if I was just going to speak it out. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to click on it right there. Okay. So here we go. This is an example of how we use voice typing in order to create our book without having to write it on paper or without having to type it on the computer because we are public speakers and we want to use our voice as much as we possibly can. We want to practice our speaking. We want to be, excited and animated, and we want to just constantly improve our presentation skills. So guess what? As we're doing a presentation and we're talking, guess what we get to do? We also get to voice type it. And this whole presentation, it stopped for some reason. I guess I paused too long. There we go. It started again. Okay, so I'm going to make these words a little bit smaller so you guys can see the impact of what's happening on these pages. Let me make this smaller so you can actually see what's going on. Uh-oh, what happened? Everything went away. Whoops, undo, undo. There it is, it came back. Make it smaller so you guys can see this. Okay, so you see as I'm talking, the content is being written. Okay, so now I'm gonna restart it again. I'm gonna click on the speaker. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go through this presentation. I'm gonna teach this class. And as I'm teaching this class, guess what? It's being transcribed by this beautiful tool called voice typing on Google Docs. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. It's freaking awesome, especially if you love doing presentations, but you don't really love to write. This is perfect. If you don't have time to write, if you're in your car and you're driving and you come up with an idea and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I have an amazing idea for a book, but I'm driving and I don't have time to literally stop and take out my laptop and write the book. I don't have my pen or my journal because I'm out, I'm at the store, whatever. I just want to go ahead and document some of my ideas because they're coming to me, they're flowing, and it's just amazing. Do you see the possibilities of using this voice typing? Like, it's not going to edit, it's not going to be formatted, it's going to be very ugly. Your spelling, you're going to have to go back and check the spelling, and you're going to have to get it edited and get it formatted and all pretty. But guess what? This is your content, it's your words, right? It's your content, your words, and it's presented in the way, in the teaching style, in your voice. So that is what I wanted to show you tonight when it comes to Google Docs. There's a lot of things you can do with Google Docs, but the best thing about Google Docs is that you can use voice typing to get a book done really fast. And you know me, I have a need for speed. This is how we get books done in 5 days, y'all. Like, this is what we do. We do presentations, we talk, and we let the voice typing do the typing for us, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the voice typing because I'm done talking now. Drink some water. Okay, I've had enough talking, so I'm gonna stop that. And I'm gonna take a look and see how many words do I have. And before I check that, I'm actually gonna make this, I'm gonna do a little bit of formatting just because I am an editor and a formatter, so it bothers me to see it looking like this. So it'll be 12, font 12. And I do not like when there aren't paragraphs and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'll fix that later, but I just really wanted you to see all the possibilities. All right, so you're gonna have to go through and like put periods and commas, and you're gonna have to make paragraphs because you don't want to have long paragraphs because nobody wants to read a whole bunch of block text, right? Nobody wants to read all that. So it has to be formatted, it has to be pretty. Eventually you're gonna need to indent, you know, and do all that stuff with page numbers in there, but that's later. I wanna know how many words did I just write, right? How many words did I just speak? Okay, check that out. So I just wrote 2 pages and that's 500 words in like 3 minutes. Okay, so look at the possibility. 2 pages, 500 words in like, I don't know how many minutes, but that was really, really super fast. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could send this to an editor, have the editor clean it up, polish it for you, or you could just go through it yourself and make it look pretty. But the whole point here is you don't literally have to type or you don't have to write. You can talk your book into existence, okay? So now there's no excuse on why you can't get a book done in 5 days. None. I just eliminated the last one. All right, so now we're gonna close out of this and go back over to the workbook. Okay, so now we've learned all about Chat GPT, we've learned about Canva, and we've learned about Google Docs. Now what you're going to do is apply that to your book. You're going to outline your book. Okay, you're going to make it structured and organized. You're going to create a hook. You're going to create a thesis. You're going to give us 3 main points and a conclusion. Okay, and then you're going to type it into a Word doc, or you can talk it into a Word doc. Okay, so when you come in tomorrow, you should have a Word document, or you should have a Canva project in front of you, and you are going to read it. Whatever you create, you're going to read it out loud, and you're going to let your classmates hear your hook, your thesis, your 3 main points, and your conclusion. You're going to read that aloud to the room, and you're going to get feedback from your accountability partners. Okay, so do not come to class unprepared. Make sure you have a document in front of you that you have created based on your topic, and make sure that you are ready to share what you have out loud. Again, this is what we're listening for. We're listening for your hook, your thesis. Inside of the thesis, you have your 3 main points, then your conclusion. Okay, that's all we're listening for. You're not going to read the entire book, but you're just going to give us the most important highlights so that we can give you feedback on what you have written. Okay, all right, so that's the end of day 3. Thank you so much for your participation. Let me give you a quick reminder of what your homework is for day 3. Okay. You're going to type your book inside of Google Docs, or you're going to go ahead and just use Canva. Okay. So if you want to type in Google Docs, then you can copy and paste it into Canva. Or if you just want to go straight to Canva and type all your work into Canva, do that, but do not go down the rabbit hole. Okay. Also, give us a video no longer than 3 minutes. Introduce yourself, explain your biggest takeaway from class, explain what you learned about yourself, and explain what you learned about your topic. Okay? All right, so that is the end of day 3. Tomorrow we will get feedback and we will share what we wrote. Okay, so you're off. Happy writing, happy organizing and structuring, and make sure that you figure out a way to have fun. Use the voice typing because it takes a lot of the load off of your hands. And let's find out what you come up with tomorrow. Bye now.